Opo.
Wala ka namang binago dito. ko yung YouTube.
Low, low, low. Sound check.
Hello. Ako wala. Hello, my test. My test, 1, 2.
Sound check. 1, 2. Sound check. Delay. May echo pa. Ah.
Gusto nyo ano? Huwag na kayo mag-speaker, mag-headset na lang kayo. Para hindi feedback. Kasi dahil na hindi soundproof yun, malamang sa malamang nangyayari. Headset kayo, tapos yung kakausap na sila na mag-picture test.
Hello, mic test, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, mic test. Ikaw, si Jericho ba?
Ako.
Wala yung label, wala po. Basta yun. Elia, halika. Nakapatay kasi. Binibigod ka lang kanina. Kasi nga, hindi na-charge. Kasi yung charge. Habang nakasaksak, i-charge ko. Hindi ka lang gusto na makapay.
Powerbank ta lang.
Hello?
Hindi meron yan. Adapter. Nagawa na ito pala. May stress na kayo.
Rulala.
Ano, para makatulog na?
Gusto ko nang gumawa ng article kay Ma'am Roslyn.
So, nagawa ng 3 article.
Pero bago yan, kakain muna ako kay Sir A.
Jericho, isa pa.
Mic test, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sound check.
Wait, kanina naman ang charge. Pwede ba natin?
Pwede naman takpan yung account.
Low. Mic test. 1, 2, 3. Mic test. 1, 2, 3. Low. Mic test, 1, 2, 3. Kaya nga eh.
Puro ka 1, 2, 3. 3.
Hindi, yung reading of headlines na lang.
Yes.
Sakit ng aking
Cases of student-related deaths.
Lahat ng tao, pag tao ay manahimik kayo.
anime. Pasma. And I am Andresa Chavez. This is the LV Insider, delivering the latest stories in the globe with honesty and integrity. Hello, mic test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, mic test. Gutom na ako, Bi. I am Andresa.
Sige.
Okay.
Nag-video yun.
Iba niyo ng kulay.
Pwede yan.
Are you looking for a school that offers free tuition and high-quality education with academic excellence that develop your intellectual capacities, top-notch skills in service to humanity, but at the same time impart a spiritual sense and well-being? Worry no more! La Verdad Christian College Caloocan provides all of that. LVCC Caloocan offers 3 courses: Bachelor of Arts in Communication, Bachelor of Arts in Broadcasting, and Christian Ministry. Friendly environment and a God-fearing community that promotes social, intellectual, and spiritual values. Is it too good to be true?
Sa amin naman po, whatever it is and whatever people might say, alam namin kung ano yung aming obligasyon sa itaas at hindi namin ito ginagawa para sa kung ano paman. At kung meron mang hindi naniniwala na ang paggawa ng mabuti ay hindi magbubunga ng masama, we will stick to that principle. And with God's help, we will continue doing kung ano po yung maaaring sa maliit na paraan ay maibahagi namin sa ating mga kapwa-tao.
Apply now!
Good morning, Philippines and the world. Today is Thursday, January 6, 2023. I'm Gabriel.
And I am Andressa Chavez. This is LV stories with us and
Rise in suspected cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease reported in Iloilo province.
person captured in separate operation.
SIM card sales drop after mandatory registration.
For the preparation laws. Separate cases related to that specific. Is Elena Melo.
A vehicular accident involving 5 college students was reported at Cavite State University main campus at Indang last Monday.
Police Major Edward Cantano relayed that a white Mitsubishi Canter Elf closed van truck hit and bumped the group of students who were preparing for their examinations. The driver said that he parked the vehicle as they were unloading the water gallons to be delivered at the school canteen when suddenly the truck ran downhill. Unfortunately, one of the students was dead on the spot and the rest was rushed to General Emilio Aguinaldo Memorial Hospital to treat their injuries. Indang Municipal Police Station is now taking custody of the driver. Meanwhile, a senior high school student from University of the East Caloocan campus was found dead. In an official statement released last Tuesday, investigations by the university and the Philippine National Police showed no foul play or disregard by any other individual. The student was rushed to Manila Central University Hospital but can no longer be revived. UE President and Chief Academic Officer Dr. Susimo Batad requests to respect the privacy of the student's family and not share any unverified information about the case.
UE have also reminded that in times of distress, reaching out their guidance counseling and career services office is always open to help out. I am Elena Melia for LV Insider for the service of the people. In truth, we deliver.
Promotion Act passed on second reading.
A bill promoting the mental, emotional, and psychological well-being of both teachers and students was approved on second reading by the House of Representatives, led by House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez. This would focus on learners who are victims of violence against women and children, risk tending to be dropouts, and other related forms of child criminal act and abuse. A mental health and well-being office and a mental health professional or service providers in every school division are among the key provisions of this bill. Another related bill enhancing the country's educational system approved on the second reading was the proposed Local Universities and Colleges Governance Act. In this bill, the Commission on Higher Education requires a feasibility study, certification of availability funds, project development, and 5-year institutional development for those who request to establish LUCs in their respective localities. This is Elijah Santos for LV Insider. For the service of the people, in truth, we deliver.
Will be used for the development.
President Marcos assured the public that the money that will be invested for the proposed Maharlika Wealth Fund will only be used for specific and accountable projects.
In a recently concluded special interview, President Ferdinand Marcos assured the public that the money to be invested in the proposed Maharlika Fund will be protected and only be used for specific and accountable projects. PBBM cleared out the fears that the multi-billion fund may be used for money laundering among government officials. He explained that the Maharlika Fund will serve as the seed money for the sovereign.
The worry about the fund being used as a money laundering device implies that private monies will be put into the fund. But yes, private monies will be involved with the fund, but it's not a savings account.
Response were also given to the comments of some lawmakers, saying that funds that come from government-owned and controlled corporations should not be used as a budget for the Maharlika Fund, as it is not allowed under the law and shall only be remitted to the National Treasury.
Cannot use funds of the GOCC. Pera ng gobyerno, what will the government spend? It was a proposal. It's not something that we have adopted. How government?
Maharlika Wealth Fund was certified by the President as an urgent bill and already passed its third reading in the lower house with 279 lawmakers voting in favor.
I am Kaislyn Pahilan for LV Insider. For the service of the people, in truth, we deliver.
In hot pursuit operation conducted by Philippine National Police Solano, Nueva Vizcaya, 2 robbery suspects were imprisoned.
According to the victim's narrative, the suspect identified as Roberto Alvarez, 36 years old, and Rafi Pojas, 22 years old, approached and forced him to take his cell phone and money along with his motorcycle. the Nueva Vizcaya police officers acted immediately and conducted an operation wherein they reached the suspects in Barangay Rojas who allegedly attempted to escape. Another victim of the motorcycle robbery positively identified that Alvarez and Rojas were also the suspect to his filed report. The suspects admitted and later showed them the motorcycle that they had stolen. They are currently being held by the Solano Police Station and will be charged with carnapping and robbery. Meanwhile, in Ilocos Sur, most wanted person in national level, Robert Manzano Lopez, 35 years old, was also arrested. Manzano is charged with murder and a monetary reward of 140,000 pesos was in exchange for his arrest.
Manzano was arrested through establishment of an intelligence-driven checkpoint. I am Alessandra Gasingan for LV Insider. For the service of the people, in truth, we deliver.
Following the current economic condition of the world, global recession is expected to happen sooner than later. In the latest Global Economic Prospect Report by World Bank, income growth of developing countries for the next 2 years is projected at 2.8%, lower than the 2010 to 2019 average percentage. On the other hand, growth of the advanced economies is projected to slow down from 2.5% in 2022 to 0.5% in 2023. This is because of the elevated inflation, high interest rates, reduced investments, and the current Russian invasion of Ukraine. In the CNBC interview of David Malpass, president of World Bank, he stated that he was nervous about in this said projection.
There's several factors. One is inflation stayed higher for longer than people had been hoping, and so interest rates are going higher. The capital access of countries gets and of companies gets cut off progressively as this process goes on longer. And we also, of course, have the energy realignment that's taking a long time to sort out.
By the end of 2024, developing countries' gross domestic product will be 6%, lower than before the pandemic strike. This will mark as the next global recession since the 2008 global crisis.
We will be right back with more news after this short break.
Skyranch is open every day this Christmas season. Check all our family fun rides with different attraction. Here at Skyranch Pampanga, where happy memories are made.
registration law. City, here's Cecilin Fahilan.
The commercial side, yung mga resellers, yung mga distributors ng mga SIM card, since nag-announce tayo nito, bumagsak ang bentahan nila ng SIM cards. Dahil dati, itong mga scammers, itong mga sindikato, bili ng SIM card, SIM card tapon.
At the press briefing, Department of Information and Communications Technology Chief Ivan John Uy said that they actually expected all of this to happen since there will be no more demand aside from the sale of SIM cards to foreigners who are traveling in the Philippines. Uy also said that the implementation of the regime dropped the number of spam text messages. According to him, he usually received 6 to 7 scam messages as to compare today which lessened to 1 or 2. This only shows that the registration law is serving its purpose since it was implemented last December 2022. Furthermore, in order to help the remote areas who doesn't have an access to internet, DICT will be launching a 3 SIM card registration caravan from January 25 to 27, addressing to regions 1, 7, 8, 10, and 11. As per DICT, more than 24.9 million SIM cards are now registered as of January 24, roughly 1 month since the start of the implementation of SIM Card Registration Act. I am Cecilin Fahilan for LV Insider. For the service of the people, in truth, we deliver.
The Iloilo Provincial Health Office reported that there have been 224 cases of hand, foot, and mouth disease in 24 towns from January 1 to January 21 this year. The highest cases are in the range from 1 to 10 years old, with a total of 202. Below 1 year old, with 13 cases, 6 are from 11 to 20 years old. 2 cases are 31 to 40 years old, and 1 case is 50 years old. The municipality of Pavia has the highest number of reported HFMD with 29 confirmed cases. The municipalities of Barutac Viejo, San Dionisio, and Bingawan also have a relatively high number with more than 20 reported cases. In contrast, the remaining municipalities have reported less than 16 cases each. HFMD spreads by contact with nose and throat discharges, saliva of infected persons, or after touching contaminated objects. Fever, sore throat, feeling unwell, painful, red blisters on the tongue, gums, and inside of the cheeks, as well as red rashes on the palms, feet, and often the thighs, are the signs and symptoms of HFMD. Iloilo PHO advised that if the child has blisters on their hands, they should wear gloves to prevent them from touching their nose, mouth, and other parts of their faces. I am Michael Paler for LV Insider. For the service of the people, in truth, we deliver.
The new study was led by Xiaodong Song, a geoscientist at Peking University whose work in 1996 first brought forward the evidence that the core was doing its own thing. Though scientists cannot track the core directly, they can analyze seismic waves caused by earthquakes and Cold War-era nuclear weapon tests as they reach the core. NASA explains that at the center of the Earth is the inner core, which is made up mostly of pure, solid iron. Although we have long believed and research has shown that the inner core is rotating, a new study suggests that it may have paused its rotation and may even be reversed. Based on their analysis of seismic waves caused by similar earthquakes from the 1960s, Yang and Song say they found that the rotation of the inner core appears to have paused for 5 years from 2009 to 2020, and maybe even a small amount reversal. According to them,
The results of their study also suggest another reversal or slowdown in rotation around the early 1970s. The same thing seems to have happened in the late 1960s, and the study's authors from Peking University in China suggest that this could represent a 70-year cycle of expedition and downturn during the rotation of the core. The seismologists say it coincides with changes in a number of other geophysical observations, particularly in day lengths and magnetic fields, both of which are affected by the motion of the inner core, studies have shown. This includes theories that the inner core reverses its rotation more often than the 70 years identified by Yang and Song, and that it stopped rotating in the early 2000s. The inner core is the deepest layer of Earth, and its relative rotation is one of the most intriguing and challenging problems in deep Earth science, Song said in an email. This is Ara Rosales for LV Insider. For the service of the people, in truth, we deliver.
United Nations in its battle with acute child malnutrition. In the joint statement released by the 5 UN agencies, it is reported that more than 30 million children in the 15 worst affected countries suffer from acute malnutrition, and 8 million on these counts are severely wasted, one of the deadliest forms of malnutrition. Children with weak immune systems are at higher risk of death. And as per UN Food and Agriculture Organization, Director General Ku Dong-yu, the situation would likely worsen further this year. These are results of the ongoing pandemic, conflicts between countries, climate change, and the rise of cost of living. The UN seeks for urgent funding for this cause before it's too late.
We will be right back with more stories after this short break.
Anong gusto mong maging paglaki mo?
Paglaki ko, gusto ko maging sundalo. Huliin ko lahat ng masasamang tao.
Maging isang mahusay na doktor ang aking pangarap para matulungan ko ang mga taong may hirap.
Simula pa noon, gusto ko nang maging abogado na maipagtanggol ko ang mga taong naaagrabyado.
Mongol Pencil, lapis para sa lahat, kasama mo sa pag-abot ng pangarap.
Aside from being historic, the hosting of the Philippines for the Southeast Asian Karate Federation, or CKF, which will be held on March 13 to March 19, will also serve as the SEA Games qualifiers for the Karate Pilipinas Federation sports. This is the first time for the Philippines to host a regional meet under the leadership of the KPFS President Richard Lim. An estimate of 800 participants are expected to participate collectively from Brunei, Cambodia, Singapore, Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and the Philippines. The national team will also take this opportunity to scout players for the upcoming 32nd Southeast Asia Games on May. Currently, the national team is undergoing a more strict and intense training with their new coach Levent Aydemir, a former Olympic head coach of Turkey. Last Sunday, the Philippine karate team held the Luzon Championship at Lingayen, Pangasinan as the first qualifier round for CKF. Meanwhile, the 14th Asian Lawn Bowls Championship will feature 14 Filipino athletes in Malaysia next month. The tournament will take place from February 20 to February 26 at the Arena Lawn Bowls in Ipoh, the capital of Perak State. The men's pair gold medalist at the 2019 Manila SEA Games, Rodel Labayo, will lead the team together with Ronald Lising, Leo Carrion, Homer Mercado, Elmer Abayato, Marisa Baronda, Hazel Jagonoy, Sonia Bruce, Rosita Bradbourne, Ronaline Greenlees, James Christian Andia, James Ras and cousins Andrea and Angelica Abayato. They will be accompanied by coaches Chris Tagpin and Ray Samia. The president of the Philippine Law Balls Association, Benito Pascual II, and Jean Lopez, a board member, will also be joining the trip, and both will attend at the meeting of the Asian Lawn Bowls Federation on February 25.
This is Elijah Santos for LV Insider. For the service of the people, in truth, we deliver.
Now, let's hear Ara Rosales in our weather bulletin.
Thank you, Andressa. As of now, we are currently monitoring the low pressure area that was spotted at 575 kilometers east of Davao City. According to the DOST Pag-asa weather report, the low pressure area still has a low probability of becoming a storm. But even so, it will still cause rains in some parts of Visayas and Mindanao. In the other regions of the Philippines, including Manila, expect a partly cloudy weather and chance of light rain at night. The temperature for today in Metro Manila is between 24 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. Lawag, 21 to 31 degrees Celsius. Baguio City, 13 to 22 degrees Celsius. Tuguegarao, 20 to 26 degrees Celsius. Tagaytay, 22 to 26 degrees Celsius. Legazpi, 24 to 27 degrees Celsius. Puerto Princesa, 25 to 28 degrees Celsius. Kalayaan Islands, 23 to 27 degrees Celsius. While in the large part of Visayas and some regions of Mindanao, there is a high chance of experiencing isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. The Pag-asa will continue to give advisory about this matter. For our 3-day extended outlook in Metro Manila, from Friday to Sunday, the weather is fair with a chance of localized rain showers due to the northeast monsoon. Expect localized rain showers from Saturday to Sunday. The chance of rainfall is high compared to the past few days. So bring your umbrellas and drink your vitamins to strengthen your immunity. Still expect low temperature for the next few days. The temperature in Metro Manila from Friday to Sunday may range from 23 to 29 degrees Celsius, while 13 to 23 degrees Celsius in Baguio City, 23 to 28 degrees Celsius in Legazpi City, 21 to 26 degrees Celsius in Metro Cebu, and 22 to 30 degrees Celsius in Metro Davao. The sun rose in Metro Manila this morning at 6:25 a.m. and will set this afternoon at 5:51 p.m. That's it for our weather bulletin this morning. This is Ara Rosales for LV Insider. May the Lord be with us always, no matter what the weather is up there. Back to you, Andressa.
for this hour. Once again, I am Jose Chavez.
And I am